I mean, I use Numista as a base just to get the weight and all that,
Yeah.
and I check it on my scales and I check my calipers. I make sure it's just for variance.
Yeah.
Then I go and check it
Hi,
on another.
everybody.
Yeah, I can't see the chat. I got to go to the chat, and
Yeah. Yeah.
there you are.
Dale and I are discussing one of the topics we're going to be discussing today is keeping track of your collections and some of the resources that we have both used. And Dale's been around a little bit longer than I have, so he's a little bit more proficient in this. But we're sharing some ideas, and if you guys have anything you want to add or subtract,
yeah, please feel free to ask any questions. And let's just get into live chat. Here we go.
Yeah, we got Christopher Ty and Polar Bear says no, a yummy and Madwood barbecue. Hello there.
Yeah, we was having a bit of discussion because I was sorting stuff out, and I just got back to my seat. So it's good to see everybody. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope your weekend was good there, Skipper. Good to see Christopher Ty. It's good to see Polar Bear says yummy. And of course, Madwood Barbecue. And Polar Bear says, about time you two shut up. I know. And Polar Bear, yummy. And obviously, EAC's been banging out some videos. So go to the channel, watch them, obviously. And I know you've done a fun dining video. I haven't watched it yet. I know Zoe has, but I haven't had a chance yet.
Well,
but don't tell me I want to watch it raw. So I do watch people's stuff. I promise you.
I've been watching yours too.
Have you? What have you watched? Anything interesting, or did it put you to sleep?
No, I wouldn't say put me to sleep. I mean, you had an American coin that you were showing here just recently.
Was it a talkie video? Was it a?
There's some of them were, some of them weren't.
Yeah, I do. All my 10 o'clock ones is the week before that are silent, and then the week later I do all the talking ones on them. So so you get the same coin twice. One's in the afternoon, one's in the morning. And I do that because people don't want to hear me talk, and obviously people are deaf, and some people are blind, because I do have subscribers on my channel. So it gives them, and they do collect. It's like a Brazilian coin. I didn't know this until I started collecting Brazilian coins. The stars and the flags are Braille. So
that's news to me too.
So it's quite interesting. So I try and break the coin down for everybody. Or obviously, if you want to read, I've got the information in the shorts and on both videos. If you want to read the information and history as well, just treat my YouTube channel as a database. That's what it is all about. So it may look like I do a video for about 5 minutes, but it takes me about good 2 or 3 hours to do the video, get the information and stuff like that.
And
I do also help if anybody wants to help me with vintage figures and designers and engravers. That's really I mainly get stuck on. But I try and find out what all the bits and bobs are on there, like the mintage, like the symbolisms, because that could be the preview mark, the engraver's mark, the chief engraver's mint mark, especially on Italian coins and Swiss coins. I have about three on there, so on some occasions. But I love the research is my favorite part of doing it.
Yeah, research is a lot of fun, isn't it?
That's what we were talking about, is the research. So over to Skipper, because he's going to talk all about it now.
Oh my goodness! Well, it's funny. One of my pet projects I want to do. I'm saying want to because I haven't been able to find anything yet. I want to find anything that has to do with the Fenian raids, and apparently it's very, very hard to find anything. And one individual I found at the Legion collects Fenian items, including medals, uniform parts, buttons. And I'm like, whoa, books, anything to do with it, because a lot of people don't know that the IRA attacked Canada right after the Civil War, and it's kind of cool to get that. I want that bit of history badly, and of course, any coinage or commemoratives, which there are some, but they're rarer than hen's teeth to try to find them. What Dale and I were discussing is the importance of cataloging and identifying your collection and the various modus operandi that's out there to help you on your way, whether it be first off identifying, and of course everyone that collects coinage or into monetary items, whether it be paper or not, should have books. Number one, you should don't be afraid to pick up some of the older ones, but do try, if you can afford it, get the most current one that's out there. I'm a firm believer that whether you've got the red book, the gray sheets for the US, the Charlton books for Canada, Coins in Canada, by Haxby's, a good selection of books. Your coin store has lots of them. You can pick up used ones. In fact, I see them quite often at the coin shows. If you happen to go to a coin show, there's almost 9 times out of 10 there's some dealer there that's dealing in numismatic literature, and get whatever you can. Number one, that's the big thing. The other thing is get to know what sites are on the internet. There are tons of them. And really, what if you're into ancients, Wild Winds is a great channel to go to. Coinsincanada.com if you want Canadian coins. I believe there's one there for the British coins as well. I haven't gotten into that one yet, but it's there. Find out all these resources. Also, don't be afraid to ask questions within the community, because a lot of cases, some of these coins have foreign languages on it that we don't quite understand. Some of them are really tough, especially the Far East ones. They're or Middle East. Can't read it, but some of us that were smart enough, like Dale here, who actually deciphered the Arabic, so he knows the numbers at least. How to look. I do know
most of the numbers. Well, I know the numbers. I would look at them. I know what the numbers are. I mean,
yeah. So there's a good example. These are preliminary things. The other thing too is have yourself a
Latin. Ask this guy about Latin.
What?
You come on. You're really good at Latin.
I know a little bit of Latin. You think I'm fluent in the bloody language? Anyway,
you are. I can say probably about 20 words in Latin. I'm probably even pronouncing it all incorrectly.
Okay. Do you have a book in front of you?
Nope.
No. Okay. If you had a book in front of you, I would tell you to pick up the book. Kappa Old Librum. Pick up the book.
Yeah, that's.
Anyway, you're getting me on a tangent here now.
Yeah. But I mean, the coin. If you're collecting a certain coin, now I've been collecting a long time, and if you look at my coin books, because I recycle my coin books, they are so degraded. I don't collect specific coin books because the reason is because they only go up to a certain date.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be very expensive. Yes, they're beautiful looking, and I advise people to do that. But again, don't exert yourself if you can't afford it.
Yeah, you know, if a book is a year or two out, big deal. You can get them for next to nothing, because a lot of the coin collectors, as soon as the year comes along, they get rid of their old one, they bring in the new one. I did it for years. So if I want 2023 red book, the 2022 is gone.
Yeah.
So you can pick them up for next to nothing. And with the exception of the most current year, and a lot of the information.
Are we talking about collectors? We're talking about we're putting coins into a book, not the information or the price guides.
If that's right, that's right. We're not looking at the prices to put on your, and you should never do that anyway.
No.
Uh,
I mean, I mean, just a quick cap here. If anybody can, I want to say hello to PA Patriot Prospecting, LAP Coins, and Great Scott. Good to see you. Now, I've been collecting a long time, and Skipper, I mean, I have a few Canadian coins, but it wasn't my go-to sort of thing until I met Skipper. And then obviously, then I met Nick. Obviously, I met Nick, and I met George. I met Skipper. I met obviously Dimebag and a few others in Canada, and they've got. I mean, going back to the older stuff, it's really, really beautiful stuff, and even some of the Canadian dollars that I found, and the way I collect my coins and sort my coins out now. Now this is the cheapest option for me because I don't want to spend more than I have to, and not because I'm tight. It's because I've got a limited budget.
mm-hmm.
So I buy sports books like this, and I just print out this. So this is the World Countries of A, and I put them in flips like this. It doesn't matter what country it is; it's all A. And they've all got their own slot on the computer. So when I look at the computer, if anybody's got a coin they want to look at, I could just I haven't done it all yet, but I've got hundreds and thousands of coins.
That is such a nice idea, Dale.
So I can just go. If anybody asks me, I can just go do a search. If it's up there, I can say, that's minted there. This is the mintage figures, or I can just go onto my search. What I've hopefully done on a video. I can go into my search on my content and see if I've got the information there for you. Austrian Stackers in the house. Great to see you, brother. I've got to post your stuff out tomorrow. But this is the way I do it. Now I get 7 coins, random coins. Okay, and I goes right. That is my 7 coins I'm going to do. So when I do them, I put them into here. Now these are the coins I've done videos of. Okay, it's just the way I do it. Then I do my Instagram and TikTok. Once I've done the silent video, then I do the voice video. Then I do my Instagram and TikTok. Then it goes into coin flips. Okay, and then if I don't have enough room, these are my books. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all the way down to Z. And that is my coin books. And each coin will get a flip, and it goes into a slot, and I transfer all that information onto the computer. And that's the way I do it, which I find easier. Research. Skipper's going to talk to you about research now.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
We had a bit of a debate about this. So.
Well, yeah. That's the number one thing here is, as Dale mentioned, it's not so much the value of the coin and putting it, because you don't put that on your flips. You just don't. As a hobbyist, we're not professionals. As a hobbyist, we do not grade coins. Get that out of your head. Anytime I see a flip with a grade on it, I don't believe it. It's all we can do is what we call assess a coin. We can assess it. How you assess a coin is that there's lots of different charts and things. Even on the internet, you can actually hold the coin up, get a kind of an idea of what the grade is. But approximation. You look for high points, blah blah blah, a whole bunch of different little things, and then you say, okay, that looks like it might be an AU coin of some sort, or MS 30, whatever. You take that coin and you say, okay, you get a dealer or another collector, have them take a look at 2 or 3 people, and you get an approximation of what it is. So it is, and the bad thing that a lot of hobbyists do is they tend to overgrade. So they look at their coins and, oh yeah, that's an MS65 or whatever, and it's not. It's just not. Always once you've done an assessment with other people checking it out with you, always back it off one, because we tend to overgrade. So go back one and you say it looks like it's approximately such and such a grade, and that is what you go on. Now, if it's good enough condition to actually have it slabbed, and if it's a valuable coin, go ahead and get it slabbed. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I'm not a big one on slabbing coins, unless it's something like spectacular that, you know, but which I have not come across yet. So that's the number one thing I think is that you have to realize as a hobbyist and a non-professional numismatist, you do the best you can with the approximates. And the main reason why I approximate the grade is, and in my case, because I use Excel spreadsheets and not Numista, I put down the approximate value for insurance purposes. That's all.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I put it down, so that we have an idea what would it cost to replace the coin. That's all I care about on that one. Numista, I'm just getting into it now. That's something that my friend over here can tell you more about, because I'm just learning this. So you can tell them a little bit about Numista and how we can utilize that when we're sorting out.
I use when I do my videos. Okay, as I said, I pick a random 7 coins. Okay, out my coin bag. Okay, and then I go, right, that's the coins I'm going to do. That's what the coins I'm going, unless it's something that I've been doing. Like I've done a coin from what Skipper sent me. I've done the silent video. I think it was yesterday. But I've done that like 2 weeks ago. So and I think the voice video is going to come out Monday. So whatever you see I do on Monday is going to come out the Monday after as well. So there's a silent video, and then there's a talking video. I enjoy, my favorite part of what I do is the research. Now, not only do I put the research in, I also put, if I find something really interesting, I will put in the history of that coin. Just highlights that you could go and read yourself if you're interested in that. It's good to see Tina. It's good to see Rock Butcher. How are you doing? And now what I'm doing, because I ran out of space with everything, I'm getting all the bits from what people sent me, like what I just showed Austrian Stack of what he sent me, the copper coin. That's going to be a really interesting piece of information coming up there, because it is a special coin. But I'm just going to go to my Canadian, well, my C section kind of book, which is these Canadian coins. And so I've done these coins here, and I've got Skipper's name at the back. And when I do my research, just before I go on to Numista, is when I put it on a computer, I highlight who sent me the coin, so I know exactly where it came from. Because I don't, everything I have I keep. And get them in. And with Numista, it's a great information. But because I probably research a lot of coins more than most people, in a week, and I can sit in a whole day and I can do 2 weeks worth of coins easily and research them. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours to research. My YouTube channel is about a database, so it's there to help you. It's there to help you if you want to find anything out. And a lot of people, because it's manually written, has got a lot of the information incorrect. So don't take it to that is written in stone. I was talking about a Russian coin. You can go and check it out on the Russian coin that I've done. And not sure if I've got it. Soviet Union coin, in fact. So we just get it out. So I'm not sure if it's up live yet or not. Might even be, because it's quite a big coin. So just check it, see if it might be here.
Yeah, I guess Numista is
Mm.
much like Wikipedia. It's only as good as the people that are providing the content.
Yes, that's probably the best. That's probably the best way of looking at it. And what I do is, where people's put CCCP, they've put in there that means USSR, which is two completely different things. I mean, USSR is not CCCP. It's little things like that that bug me because it doesn't take a lot to search what does CCCP mean or USSR meaning. Now, I had an interesting coin from Austria, which is an 1885. I think it was a 2 Groschen coin, I think it's called, and it had B on it. Now, obviously, going back in the day, there's lots of different mints. I think that's 6 different mints, and the B is from Slovakian mint, which is I found really interesting. That is fully correct on there, but when it comes to some of the Swedish coins or the Russian coins or even the Middle Eastern coins, because they're the hardest. The Chinese, the Japanese, Taiwan, the Asian area, and the Middle Eastern coins are very, very difficult. There's one coin on there that is they can get mixed up between yen and yuan. So when they're doing coins, they're probably whacking out a lot of coins, and so you have to please go into the actual.
I'm suffering from a yawn.
Please go and search and cross-reference that information. That is probably the best information I can give you, really.
What is Austrian Stacker doing there?
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't have time to research. People just think that is the be all and end all. I try and put out the correct information. I don't put values on my coins because that is my own individual take. So I get lots of people saying, "Oh, how much does this coin mean? How much is that? How much is that?" I don't answer them. Or I answer and say, "Look, you're going to have to find it out yourself because I don't know what their coin looks like." So,
welcome aboard, History Man.
Now you're going to be talking about Coinoscope, right? So I'll leave that.
Yeah, I was going to touch on it in brief, though. I will add on when you are working with your coins and you're logging them and whatnot, trying to identify. Don't forget your tools. I mean, you should have yourself unless you're very fortunate, you've got the flips that don't need the staples. Staples, you should have something to crimp your staples so they don't stick into your album. Get yourself a loop or a decent magnifying glass. Set of calipers. Get yourself make sure you've got a small scale so you can measure my scales here. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my scale.
I use tape to use mine.
Yeah, I got tiny little scale.
I got my glasses here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that works.
Oh, it works 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So have your tools that you can identify, and Coinoscope is one of many applications. It's a free application. It's not perfect.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's not perfect at all. But you know what? For a new collector, and especially if you're using fairly current coins, it's bloody awesome.
It's awesome. It's pretty awesome. If you're a new collector, I would highly suggest
getting
Coinoscope.
Yeah, it's a good program. But there's other ones out there too that work quite well as well. It's it's not foolproof. Don't think it's gospel unless it is absolutely identical to what you have.
Yeah. Because I use coins I don't know, and I use Coinoscope for most of the time.
Yeah. What do you got there, friend?
This coin here will confuse the heck out of Coinoscope. It's a Middle Eastern coin. It says it's muskrat and Turkey. Then it says it's Egyptian. Then it will say it's just Turkish. You name it, it comes up with this coin. So this is one of the coins I need to research.
So does it show up with the same coin though? On when you do the coin? So that's interesting. With the same design and everything.
Right, I'm gonna show you. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, just get it the right way up. Okay, here you go. That's the coin. Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
Okay. Turkey.
Well, they were both the same, but yeah.
Weren't those the tokens Henry Ford used to give out in his Dearborn?
I mean that's not the same coin though. If it doesn't have the same design. I mean, I would say the top one would be accurate.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is.
Yeah, what's the point?
You got Hebrew, you got Turkish.
Yeah.
And you got also Egyptian written on there. So it's one coin that when I do my videos, I want to put the right country to the right date.
Right, to the right date and everything.
So I can say, yeah, this could be Egyptian, Turkish, Ottoman Empire. Okay. And I know what type of coin it is. I know it's a 5 para. But then it says 40 power, which is, I know it's completely wrong because five is a like a I don't know, an egg.
Yeah, isn't that's a 5? Like it's around. I forgot what it is, but I knew a little bit of. Yeah.
But with the some coins, it says it's not. But I know what it is. But it's just one of those coins that will throw people off. And
did you say it was a Turkish coin?
It could be from the Ottoman Empire because it would make sense because if it says like all the Arabic countries like Iraq, Syria, all of that, it makes sense because at that time they hold those provinces at that time. They hold those countries at that time because Syria, Iraq didn't exist until after World War I. So that would make sense if it had not just Turkish written Arabic in it, but like Arabic in Iraq, Arabic in Syria, Arabic in Palestine.
I would like to say that this is, I mean, it's got Ottoman and Muskrat. Oh, sorry, Turkish and Muskrat, Ottoman Empire, Turkey, Egyptian. Now, this is what I'm saying. That particular coin will throw people off. That is why when I do my research, it's okay using Coinoscope, right? But when it comes up with 5 different same designs of coins, and then it's telling you it's got 5 different types of countries, and don't forget, a lot of people don't know history of the world as well. As you said,
right?
So, and then they go, "Oh yeah, this is an Egyptian coin." Luckily for me, I can go and search it quite easily, and I like the challenge. It's like I like Roman coins. I learned a lot of stuff when I do Roman coins. So it's those tricks that you need to learn over time.
There's stuff that you need to learn before you coins,
And I don't want to say that is correct. I don't want to say to people, that is because it's got Egyptian writing on it. I don't want to say or Hebrew writing on it. It's going to be Turkish or it's got Turkish.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like
Sometimes it's a good idea to find older books for older coins.
Exactly. That's exactly what.
That's also good too, as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked at the information you can get out of these old books.
Oh yeah, you get a lot more information about those type of books. Like I've got my stamp book, believe it or not, has given me more information than my coin books.
Wow.
For 1965 stamp book, which I use as my Bible when it comes to Middle Eastern coins. because it gives you not just the, translate what the numbers are to English, including Hebrew, Turkish, Ottoman Empire. So it's got all the lingo in there to translate it into English. So that makes it a lot easier for me.
Right.
And that's in the stamp book.
And here's the thing too: if that's an Ottoman coin, and if you go to Turkey, right, they can't read it because I have a friend, right, that was Turkish, and he posted a record before, like, Turkish records before 1928 be like, and I looked at the record, it had Arabic Turkish writing, and I was like, you can't read that, and he's like, no, and he's from Turkey. So it's like, if you bring that in Turkey, no one can read it because there's nobody out alive can read Ottoman Turkish.
Well, it's like here in England. We only have to go back, say 400 years.
Trying to read the Canterbury Tales in Old English and see.
I mean, you look at the Old English back, not probably around about 350, 400 years.
Yeah,
it's a completely different language. It's not like you'd think today. We'll be talking. It's like us trying to get Austrian Stacker to translate a banknote for me, and he goes, "I'm gonna have to." He couldn't read it because it's Old German, so forgotten language. So only the people from a certain year can understand it.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go, Arabic and
there are Arabic countries.
That is the fun of doing hobbies, and any hobby is the research, and you get so much satisfaction out of there when you actually get it. When you put it in there, and you go, I know exactly what that is now.
Like right now, I'm studying about like early Chinese coins. I'm trying to get them, but I still don't really.
I've got a lot of early Chinese coins.
Yeah, the only ones I can understand is that some like late Qing ones, when they started making things out of copper and silver, and after when the Qing dynasty collapsed in 1912 and they formed the Republic of China. So I can get those, but like I would say like ones that before let's say 1890 something, I do not get when it comes to Chinese coins. So
Steinbag, going about these type, aren't you?
Yeah, like those.
Yeah. Rock.
I'm actually very lucky because we got a Chinese guy who's living across the road. So
he identifies all your coins for you.
Yeah.
On the Chinese ones he's helped me with, the ones he can read, because obviously some of them are worn down quite. But this one here is a pretty cool one. So this is from. I know this one's from the 16th century. So
right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've got a museum. I've got a museum set. That is, it tells you when the dynasties were around. So
right.
So I can go to that museum. It's only like you get it from concession stores. It's not a proper coin set.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I have
it tells you. It tells you who was around at that time. So obviously, it doesn't give you a proper date. It just says it just says what the coin is and what the value is, and that's it.
Okay, I get my 2 cents in.
Cool, then.
I'm trying to address Rock Butcher here, and he's correct, but not so much now. For many, many years, Canada and U.S. coinage was interchangeable. So it was nothing to get U.S. coins up here in Canada, nothing at all. Now it's a little more rare.
Yeah.
It's
coins? Yeah.
I hold on to my non collectible U.S. coins, and when I go down to Vegas, I cash them in. Get paper.
I got some coming up very soon. I think it's. I don't know if it's this one. No, this is. No, I got some awesome Canadian coins that Skipper sent me.
That's nice.
Got to find out where. But there's one Might be in here actually.
And like I said, I've been mass cataloging the my friends' coins, and I've learned some coins that I've never seen before, and I've learned what they are. So you know, just by cataloging my friend's collection.
Oh, that's the way to learn. That's how I got started, by helping my buddy out.
This medicine bottle is nothing but Japanese coins. In this medicine bottle. So I gotta look. That's his. I have to date all of those Japanese coins, which is dating Japanese coins is easy for me, so I know how to do it.
Okay, you just impressed me.
Yeah, we got the date.
Yeah,
they don't use the same date as what we use.
Yeah, they don't use our calendar. So
No.
basically, like on Japanese coins, for example, let me see if I can open up one of them. They go by the emperor, basically. So yeah. So it's right now it's year 4 for them because the previous emperor abdicated back in 2019. No, was it 2017, 2018? The Japanese emperor abdicated. The previous.
I don't think he abdicated. I think he died.
I think
He's
he
alive.
went slower. I think it was.
He's alive. I remember seeing on the news too at the time. He abdicated. He's alive.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's like he abdicated.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Yeah. Just look up
What year was it?
Akito. Just look up Emperor Akito, and
Because the ones I've done so far is Emperor Soa.
Showa Hirohito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, he, I think I got it there. He died in
1989, right?
17th of January 1989. He passed away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Showa coins are very common because they're, especially ones from like the 70s. They're like,
they're very, very common. So that was what we took over Hong Kong in after World War II. So we had it, and we basically gave it back in '97. So
right.
They're easier to do. But again,
really.
This is what I was saying with New Mister. 1976 was year 51. So, and that was 1976 is 50. It says like in the corner or wherever it is on the coin, it would say their year of the emperor. So it's 51.
Right.
And that was 1976. And that's fun to look for. So if you don't know that, it's really good. It's really, really interesting.
It is, yeah. Skipper Austria is here. He's in. I'm not sure if he's in the panel, but just letting you know.
No, he's not in the panel yet. As soon as he shows up,
okay,
more than welcome.
All right. I thought he was in the panel. That's why. Because I never see the. Okay, no, never mind. No, I think I know what that is.
Like Thailand. Okay, well, I just whacked
on my phone. A little bit hard. A little harder for me.
Their numbers for 2016 is 2559.
Yeah.
So, and I've got all this in my description. So, and obviously I got a few friends from Thailand. They kind of helped me out with what's what as well. So,
right.
But I enjoy most of the research.
Me too. I like doing it.
Okay, let's go back to the chat. Mayor's video treasure hunters. How are you? Dime bag. I mean, if anybody wants to ask us any questions, they're more than welcome to ask.
Oh, Dale. I got some news when Skipper comes back. I got some really good news.
I'm here. I'm just setting something up here.
Oh, you're just setting something up? Oh, he just left.
Yeah. He tried setting something up. Like it's never a live stream without him disappearing somewhere.
Yeah. He'll come back.
Yeah,
Um,
this one before that should have been. I have a small bag full of Wheaties I sent to a buddy in Los Angeles. Custom decoration said pennies. The value was two. Yeah, when I send stuff abroad, I just put metal artwork, tokens, and I always put the value, even though it's a lot more than what the value is actually stated. I put £5, and that way the person is not then stung with a customs fee.
okay.
Oh, he's trying to do. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Is that a Roman coin?
No, British.
Oh, it's British. Oh, it's so small. I thought it was a Roman coin.
I'm glad you're doing good there, Mayor. Well, Marlin, if you don't mind me calling you Marlin.
I thought you knew your British coins, Skipper. I thought you knew them.
No, I'm just trying out the Coinoscope.
Oh.
And
Who's
believe
that?
me, I don't know that much about them. I know a little bit about them.
Okay.
And when you do British coins or even Australian coins, there's loads of different variants
Yeah.
to look for as well. So the hardest one to come across is the 1861 penny. There's so many variants. I've got an 1860 penny. I've just given up on it because there's just trains of and
So
they
much
can be
variant of it.
yeah. There's just so many. I haven't got the time to sit there and count every single denticle, on
yeah.
both sides, or say that's a long one, that's a short one. The crown is pointing between, and then you got to find the one that's pointing between. Then you got to count how many denticles there are on the outside, how many rims, even the rim. You have to count the milled rim if it's milled. The way Britannia hair is, and is so many variables around it, but each one is worth a different amount of money. But there is one 1860 that is worth a lot of money. I mean, a hell of a lot of money,
Right.
because it's made of copper,
Right.
where the others are made of bronze.
Because yeah.
I coughed and explained.
Okay, that was a 1929, but it showed up as much older, 1880.
Yeah, you see that?
And
Where's my case, Your Honor?
but at least I know it's United Kingdom anyway.
Oh yeah. Right. It's like, yeah.
Okay, what year is it?
1929.
Oh, 29.
1920. I don't know if I've done a 1929 coin. See, so I haven't done many British coins.
And you're British? Come on.
I've done a lot of the Queen Elizabeth stuff.
So, mind if I show you what the guys got today? Get cleared out. Okay, so it just came today. So I bought a Japanese 78, right, from 1922. It's my oldest Japanese 78.
Wow.
And it's basically like it's classical Japanese music, basically, traditional Japanese music, basically, and the geisha is playing the samisen.
Yeah.
This is it over here with the Nippon phone label. But this guy was amazing because I only expected I was gonna get this record, right? But no, he gave me 4 other records. This is amazing, and I didn't ask for those records. But
This is what's so good about any collection. You always get something that is always a surprise, man.
I know, right? Like he gave me American Blue. One is Canadian, by the way. American Bluebirds, right? And I never heard the song, but it's called This Little Piggy Went to the Market. A Sam Robbins and his Hotel McAuliffe Orchestra, vocal by Sam Robbins. I'm guessing this is probably from like 1936, 35. I'm guessing because this is an early Bluebird. But yeah, he gave me at least like 4 of these. And he gave me one Victor by Ray Noble, which is recorded in Europe. I mean, Ray Noble is a British 1920s band.
Yeah.
So, but this is an American copy, though. Need that, and this is these are very heavy. Even when you have like 3 of them, they get very heavy. And this is the Canadian one. This is by A Beautiful Lady in Blue, by the California Round, vocal by Ted Wallace. And this is the Canadian one, by the way. This is the Canadian Bluebird. So I'm happy.
That is really cool, actually. I'm surprised you're happy.
Huh?
When you get a little bit of bonuses, and they're going to be more than thrilled.
Yeah, like I did not expect it. I thought I was going to get my Japanese 78, but no, he gave me like 4 of them. So yeah. So I just want to share. Oh, I also got this. Also came with it. I'm Coming Along With You by Joe Stafford and Gordon McRae. 1949 here, 1949 Capitol. That also came in. It's a very common record, but I wanted it anyway. So.
Well, that didn't work out very well.
So that's that. You know, I was happy to get those. That just happened. That just happened today, and I just want to
that's really cool, man.
I'll put these up on YouTube later.
Skipper, if you want to do British coins, just write in your search, put in there UK 1929 1 penny, okay, and then look for it. I don't know how far it is going to be on your computer because I know how cranky your computer is. So look for all coin values.
Hmm? Are you talking about YouTube?
No, I'm talking about Google. If you want to look for your
The Google thing. Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. Google thing.
so if you want to look for your 1929,
Is that
coin,
something like Yahoo?
it's similar, yeah, but yeah, I don't know whoever uses Yahoo anymore. So
That was high tech.
that's called who? What?
Okay, so I got to do a Google search. A 1929 Hey penny. Is that a penny or what? Which one was that?
Your coin.
Oh, my coin. That was
You
a.
said 1 penny, didn't you?
That was
You
a
spelled
penny.
it Louis.
Yeah. What's half penny?
Oh, it's half penny. I've done a half penny. Hang on a minute. I've done one of them. Yeah, 1929 half penny. King George V. The obverse is designed by Bertram McKennell, and the reverse is designed by Leonard Wyan and George G. Selous. And its mintage figures is 25,680,000.
And it's worth £3.50.
That's not bad for a penny, is it? Look at that. You went for an old penny. You got new pounds. Who was expecting that? See all those old pennies, haven't you?
Austrian Stacker says, please use the yellow pages.
That's now called Yale.com. Yellow pages. It's so funny.
Yeah.
See, I use Smarties. Only
Really?
Smarties was the answer.
You know, I always thought Ottoman coins came from the Ford plant.
Oh, what plan?
Yeah. Henry Ford used to give out tokens to all of his employees. They were they were called Ottoman tokens.
What,
Okay.
Ford, assembly
Ottoman
line.
or
Ford
Ottawa?
makes cars. Ottoman. Good
Auto
gravy.
man, not
When
okay.
I have to explain a joke, it sucks.
I didn't get it.
I
Ottoman, Henry
you know
Ford.
what the problem is here, right? He's
Okay,
speaking
I get it.
Canadian
I
here,
get it
that's
now.
all.
Ottoman.
It's that Canadian accent of his. Like, that's hard to
What?
see.
Yeah.
Well, I could put on an accent if you really want to.
No, that's
What?
very that's very Canadian indeed.
Stay where you're at. No, come where you too, you buddy landlubber. Oh, yeah. Ottoman. Austrian Stacker got it. Thank you, Austrian Stacker. I actually just finished watching a documentary on Henry Ford. He was not a nice guy at all.
No, he was brutal.
No, he was anti-Semite like you wouldn't believe.
I like this.
Yeah, I know.
Canadian food.
I gotta go to Greenfield Village though. That looks cool. I bet you they got some really old-fashioned records and record players there.
Oh, where?
Greenfield Village. I think that's outside of Dearborn, Michigan.
I was going to send
yeah.
some 33s to History Man, but they got rid of all of them. They got rid of all their 33
Oh, they got rid of
records.
all the 78s. Well.
Oh,
Yeah.
78, isn't it? 78. They had a whole stash of them, didn't they? In that on the corner left on. I showed a video of it.
that is sad.
And they took that for 2 weeks, and they got rid of them all.
Yeah, most of the stuff gets thrown out. It really does, because it's kind of sad in a way, because like nobody knows, like, you know, what these records are, because most people know like LPs and 45s, but like 78s are not common. So
And I grew
when
up
you
with
that's the reason why that I think that guy gave me 4 of them, because these records, they're good. They're cheap to collect. However, they're very hard to sell, because not a lot of people know what these are. You know, so so I see them in a lot of antique stores, a lot of thrift stores. They have these 78s, and nobody buys them because they don't know what it is most of the time, and they just get thrown out, and that's the sad part. You know.
I don't know why though, because it
That's true, Christopher.
lots of history on there, like the singers, the bands, because a lot of the modern music is made up from all those types of music.
Yeah.
If you play it back, and listen to the tunes, and you can really listen to it on some of the modern songs. Are played back from the old songs. There's only so
Right.
many chords you can do on music anyway. So,
Right.
and like the Star Spangled Banner, yeah,
Right.
that is actually a British invention.
There they go. They're claiming ownership again.
Yeah, we're gonna claim ownership on that.
But
I think more importantly, look at Elvis Presley and his background.
Yeah, he
Where do
originally
you
did
think his,
78s.
where do you think his music came from?
Yeah.
He was into gospel like you would not believe.
Yeah. And actually, his stuff was, when he first, I mean, vinyl was starting to becoming a new thing. I mean, they were already doing it by 78s by that time. But But he did some 78s. But the problem is his 78s, especially ones from like his early ones from like 1952, 53. Those are the Sun records. Those are very expensive.
Oh yeah.
They worth a fortune.
But the start, but it's actually from a drinking song. Believe it or not.
What the words are from American Patriot? Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that. It's obviously.
Obviously, I mean, yeah.
It's one of the most catchy anthems I think's out there.
I remember
That does not sound very British. The lyrics.
when we used to march in line, we used to sing songs. You know, like over the hill and over the main, through Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. King George commands, and we obey.
Oh, I got a record for y'all.
Over the way.
I got a record for y'all. Wait 1 second.
If hip hop learns to
got him
play
going
music
now.
chords, it might find an audience over 16 years old. The German anthem is an old Austrian anthem. God save Franz the Emperor.
I know
It's
some.
amazing. It's
I
amazing.
thought you were going to play it.
No, I mean I want to, but it's your channel, so I'm not sure if you want to play it or not.
Isn't there a
Actually, this is public domain. I can play it. I don't think you wouldn't get affected because this is from 1917, so it's public domain.
Oh, very cool.
So you want to play it?
You want to hear a little bit? I don't mind hearing a little bit.
All right, let's get the record
Just
player.
sharing his hobby. Ach, van de musica over Vaterland. It can be a piccolo, piccolo. Ach, van lieber over Vaterland. See, I know some of that stuff too. That's for you, Austrian Stacker.
You know, I really wish I had recordings of like of old national anthems from countries that don't exist, like the German Kaiserreich, for example.
Right.
I wish I had that.
Have it. Have you seen what String Stackers are moving?
Wait, Laddie Boy or over there? You want to hear over there, right?
Ah.
Skipper,
What's that?
you want to hear Laddie Boy or over there?
Over there. Over
Okay.
there. Over there. Dee, 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 dee. The Yanks are coming.
And that's like the only patriotic record I have. So I'm gonna play it on this thing because it's much louder. I like to play it on the phonograph, but
I think it was, who was it? Jimmy Cagney that sang that song?
no, this is by Nora Bayes. This was
Okay, so it was earlier.
yeah, this was recorded in 1917. So just
Very cool.
I don't know when I guess like after when
Tanny. Happy yesterday, Tanny.
entered World War One. So
I don't know.
I thought it's Happy Tomorrow. Isn't he-
I gotta
isn't he
find that
us?
record. I definitely gotta clean that record, but oh, hold on, I put in 33 RPM. Wait 1 second.
Oh, that'll sound great.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it would sound great at all. So I'm gonna let the tubes warm up on the machine, and then we can start playing it.
Hey, when was the last time you heard that, Dale? Let the tubes warm up on the machine.
Never. Only on a television. Going back in the day, the old
Wait.
tube.
Get to be my age. So my wife's always telling me to get the tubes warmed up on the machine.
His face is sent though.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them
It's the easy
calling,
voices you'll never hear again.
everyone for liberty. A
like a directing ships. Put a couple of flags in his hand.
Over there, send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the drums are coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back over there. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Johnny, show the Hun you're a son
And sort
of
of they bring back
the
what we
flag
used to do
and let
to
it
end the Congress.
fly. Yankees, do or die. Pack your little kit for your trip to your bid. Yankees to the ranks of the towns and the tanks. Make your mother proud of you and the old red, white, and blue. Over there, send the word over there. That the Sammies are coming, the drums are coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there, over there. Send the word over there. The Sammies are coming, the drums are coming everywhere.
Jerry dancing, doing like break dancing.
Send the word everywhere. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there.
Number 3. This is Skipper on his pills.
All right, that was fun.
And that was his record.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left them upstairs.
I haven't posted B-side, which I'm probably in my channel some other time. Yeah. Yeah.
Rock Butcher enjoyed it anyway. That's good.
Yeah, Rush Booker. No problem, Rock Butcher. That's it's a hobby, so
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. Back on topic. I did say you got different. You have different ways of keeping records of your collection. And
like, what do you mean? Like,
for me, I use Excel spreadsheets, but I'm slowly transitioning into the Numista, and apparently Numista is a little bit nicer to use, at least anyway. It's
I mean, yeah. That's a catalog. I mean, Mista's nice.
yeah. Austrian Stacker's guy. That's funny. Okay.
I mean, I got a 1917 phonograph there, but it has speed issues. I have to figure that out.
What a good boy. Oh, I got good news to share with you too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be working all of November and December.
Okay.
Full time. I've been hired by Hire a Santa.
That's neat.
And they're even making me my costume. It's costing between $1,500 and $3,000 for them to make this thing. It's tailor made. So I'll probably be working at the north end of the city instead of West Edmonton Mall, but that's okay.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen as far as my channel goes, though. If I'm working that much hours, I'll have to see.
So it'll be probably me on mostly.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, we can do our Santa and elf thing again. I would like to do that again.
Yeah. Can I use the
Yeah,
biscuit?
that's
Just stay away from that flathead cookie thing that you,
the flathead cookie thing.
I missed that though.
We ain't even got it anymore. We went to the trash.
I'm gonna get another one. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new one, Skip.
I think you should, because wait till you see my outfit's coming from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, they're making it down there and shipping it up here.
So it's come from like close to the equator up into the
Well, this outfit the outfit is actually, the collars are ermine, and you know, it's heaven forbid if I end up with a someone that doesn't like, you know, people killing animals for coats, but but it's going to be the real McCoy.
Well, it's something for
Yeah,
life now.
Christopher Ty, you're absolutely correct. But you know what? Since I'm retired, I don't have to worry about being given the sack, except for Mrs. C. She gives me the sack all the time. She says, "Get out of here, take the garbage out." So I take the sack out to the curb. Look, she's singing. Ah!
Yeah, once she gets a song in her head, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'm going to be singing that all night. Yeah. All night.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh my gosh, that is some face. Oh my
I
gosh.
look like at the end, don't I? I couldn't see nothing out.
Oh, I don't know how you did it. It's terrible. Coining Around says, "Hi, History Man." Well, hello, Tupac.
Hi, coining around.
Stay.
This is when Skipper flipped out a bit. Skipper in a flip.
No, actually, I think Santa's going to be wearing a firefighter suit this year.
A firefighter.
Oh, we are absolutely in the worst spot right now on the planet for wildfires.
Yeah. My friend from Alberta was telling me. I was confused. I'm like, there's a fire out there? There's a wildfire out there?
Well, look at it this way: Alberta's 3 times the size of Texas, and half the bloody province is burning.
That's crazy. You all right?
In my spot, for some reason, I think it's because of my Christmas magic. It rained like crazy. My trees are nice and green. My grass is growing, and then you go 5 blocks away, and everything turns brown and gray and smells of smoke.
No, I guess that's the Christmas magic.
That's it.
Yeah.
It don't rain there. It pours, right?
Well, I'll tell you, it poured all right the other day. It was pouring, not only pouring, it was hailing and everything else.
Silver Knight Kyle. So, did you play crib over the weekend there, Skipper?
It was Mother's Day here this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I
we have our Mother's Day in March.
I was abandoned. My kids took their mother out and left me at the house with the dog, 2 dogs. My daughter dropped off little I won't call him little Kenny. He's a pit bull. So I ended up with the pit bull and a lab. keeping me company, and all they wanted to do was play. They had Zoomies. They played, go outside, scratch the door, eat, sleep, play. And every time I turned around, I was passing out on the couch. I hope you guys are having fun. And they were. They had a good time. I'm glad they managed to take their mom out. But yeah, other than that, not much of anything. I'm getting ready for a very, very busy week this week. I'm gearing up to work for Elections Alberta. So I'll be of what do they call it? Elections or voting officer. I basically greet everybody and direct them to wherever they have to go for the election. And that's a 10-hour day. But hey, come on. I work 10 hours for 7 or 8 months. Okay, I can handle 10 hours. Yeah, all right.
Just going to go on to some coin information here quickly.
Oh, yeah.
I got this letter today. It's just another spill of trying to sell coins to me. Okay. Now
Okay.
I always read these offers because I find them quite fascinating. And it says here, guaranteed. Yeah. Now this is a Morgan dollar collection. So this is it's guaranteed. The coin that started it all. The first year issue is the 1878 Philadelphia Mint Morgan. Okay. So that's guaranteed. You may get one of them. Okay. Guaranteed in your collection. Okay. Last year of Carson City issue, 1893. Okay. It's guaranteed. Nice little card there. And then you're guaranteed the lowest mint year, the 1895 San Francisco Mint. You guaranteed one of them. And then you're guaranteed the legendary coin, the 1903 New Orleans Mint Morgan. Guaranteed, that's what it says, guaranteed. And then guaranteed, only year of issue, the 1921 Denver Mint. So you're guaranteed one of these, right? Okay, so you read through this. Okay, I'm not going to read it all. I'm just gonna. Now, don't forget they sent you what 4 cards.
What company is that?
Oh, I'll tell you in a minute. Right. Now it says here, okay, the Morgan silver dollars are just going to is one of the most impressive of the U.S. coin, which I totally agree with. Blah 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 blah. Now it gives you that you're going to guarantee to get these, okay? But it says after it tells you how much it is per coin, which is the most important part before you decide to do anything with these companies. Each coin is worth yours for £145 plus postage of £5 per coin, even though they send 2 coins out a month, okay? And is 91 coins in the collection altogether, but you're guaranteed these ones, okay? So you sign up to it, you send it off, and hope for the best. And it comes in a lovely little box like this, okay?
Oh no!
Right. Okay, but it says here, due to the extremely low mintages, the 1885 Carson Mint Morgan, 1889 Carson Mint Morgan, the 1893 San Francisco Mint Morgan, the 1894 Philadelphia Mint Morgan, and the 1895 Mint Morgan are not included in the collection. Okay, even though it says guaranteed.
Oh man!
So don't fall for the crap.
Yeah, Bradford Exchange tried to do that with me, and I originally actually picked. They sent me 2 of their.
This is Henry Mint, by the way.
Yeah, I sent them back and got my money back, and I said, guys, I'm not buying these coins for the pretty box, and you look at them, and they're doing their own grading for Pete's sake, and it's those snap-on freaking slabs that you can pick for a dime a dozen. They're cheap. The coins were terrible. I looked at them and said they're terrible, and then the price was way over the value. So yeah, they went back. And then they had the nerve to call me. Says, "Well, we'd like to get you on our special program." I
Yeah.
said, not hell will have to freeze over. Yeah, that's how much it would cost total.
Yeah. And don't forget,
£13,000.
£145 per coin and £5 postage on per coin. But they send you 2 coins out per month. So really, it's only 1 posted. So they're gaining the postage. So I'm adding all the posted in. What it will cost? It costs you £13,650. So, and people fall for it. They think that must be a great idea, but you don't get the guarantee coins.
And they'll never get their money back out of it. Never.
No, not a chance in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I got sucked in. I got sucked in with the genuine British crowns from Bradford Exchange, and I actually bought 4 complete sets before I woke up. And the only reason why because I'm a monarchist, of course, I wanted the ones with Queen Elizabeth and the family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then they came out with one for the D-Day landings, and I had to have that one. But I will never, ever, ever get the money back out of those collections. Never. I took one set. It cost me, I think, around $450. It wasn't as big as that one. $450 for the complete set, including the box. And I sold it to a buddy of mine for $100. I couldn't even give it away. He did me a favor and gave me $100 for it.
I will say this now. I am doing a collection, and I spoke to the customer services tonight, and I said I'm not paying the postage on the coins when you're sending 4 coins out a month on 4 coins when it's only 1 posting.
Mm-hmm.
And they agreed to that. So because that is a con. And it's a collection that I want, and it's going to be for me difficult to collect. And the coins, and I looked at the coins, and I've got some coins ready, and they look amazing. And they did say if you've got any problems with coins, you can send them back for a replacement. So and so that's one thing. But it's the same company, and of course they're sending me out because I bought one thing. They're sending me. I get them every day, don't I? But that one now, I thought, they send me this whole spiel. And I thought, if anything's too good to be true, it possibly is. So the coins that I want comes with 2 lots, and it's a cheap set. It's a very cheap set, but it's going to take a year to collect. But they're sending 4 coins out every other month, so. And that's what I agreed with them. I said I'm not paying for posting or on 2 postings a month, on 1 posting every other month, because I can do it in 6 months or 12 months. But I'm not paying for 4 coins. And they said, fair enough. So they took out the postage off.
That's the only thing that I'll buy from Bradford Exchange now. They do beautiful bronzes.
They do absolutely amazing sculptures and bronze work. I used to have a red rum, and I used to have a nice horse collection of racehorses. And the reason why I got that, my dad was into horse racing.
Yeah.
And they did a lovely set, and they're only like small, only like little ones, but the riders on there and that were amazing. But I won't say what happened to them, but and yeah, I had about it was 12 altogether. There's only about £5 each anyway. But yeah. So how is Gypsy Wolves doing? It's great to see you, brother. But yeah, I mean, I like collecting all sorts of stuff. But yeah, they do amazing work on the old bronze work.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, that's a Bradford, and it's it's just a bronze, but I mean these are great for displays.
Yeah,
so
and you're buying
all my coins, my military coins, they're anchored to that sort of thing. So,
all right.
But if you do a deal with them, if you work out like that. There, I'm getting letters like that, thinking that we got him hooked,
Actually, no, never mind.
and they're going to try and. Sorry, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was just saying, if you get anything like that when it's all polished and lovely looking, if I'm going to get and look down the little, it's this very small print right at the bottom. You're not guaranteed to get the coins that they guarantee you're going to get. I get the because the 1878 Morgan is a lot of money, on its own. So
yeah. Even the ones that are like not the mint mark at all, with no mint mark, that's like $40 alone.
Oh, you
yeah,
talking about
Philadelphia is the most
Philadelphia,
expensive.
yeah, $40-$50. I'm just saying that alone, if depending on the condition, yeah.
But it's not worth 145 quid per coin.
Oh no.
91 coins.
Yeah.
And you spent what in a year? So so that's what so it's 13,360. Did I say it was, or something like that, including posting on each coin?
Yeah.
Now my collection I'm getting is a cheaper. It's not even costing barely a quarter of that. I can do it in one go if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I can do it in one go. But I don't want to pay the postage on what it's going to be 12 postings, and I get it's going to be £5 per posting, but I don't want to pay 24 postings unnecessarily, if that makes sense. And that's what I said to him. I said, look, I'm not going to give you the posting on the coins that are not going to work. It's not going to work. I goes, you can have your collection back. I'm not really bothered, but I'm pretty sure you know. But now I've signed into, obviously I can send it back. You don't have to sign into it anymore. But now I'm getting these letters. They think, oh, we got him hooked on all these collections. But no, it's a collection I wanted because it's got a dual purpose. Because it comes with the stamps. That's why. So that's why I want it. That's why I wanted it. But it's quite a cheap. I mean, the whole thing cost about 100 quid altogether. So, so I get the coins and I get the stamps to go with them. Now, if I was to do that individually and do the coins and stamps, it would cost me around about 250 quid altogether. So I weighed up my options and I thought this is just an easier way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marlon, are you shopping at Silver Gold Bull? Because they're great for purchasing from, and after a certain amount, it's free shipping. I think it's like $300 or something. But put your don't forget to like and subscribe, and put your links in the chat there, guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No, I mean, if I was to buy the coins individually, because it's an American coin that I'm getting.
Right.
So if I was to buy each coin, let's just say eBay offer, I'm paying an extra £14 in shipping on each coin anyway. So I sort when I buy in auctions on the American, like Spray Can or whatever, I'm weighing in my options with the postage. So and that's why I pay postage, because I let the package build up, then I pay the postage for say Spray Can or whoever I buy off. So if I was to do it individually, you're talking it's going to be 7 times the amount. So and I got the stamps. It's the stamps I really want rather than the coins. So it's a dual purpose set. I think there's 24 coins and 24 stamps. Mm-hmm. And if I was to buy that individually, that's 24. If I was to buy, that's 24, £14 something. Some of the posters on eBay are ridiculous. So, and the coins may not be the coins that I want, or it's going to be damaged coins. So, and these coins are guaranteed to be uncirculated, or almost uncirculated at least. So it's the whole collection is going to cost me around about £100. So for me personally, living in England to America, it's worth it. So, But buying those Morgans is nowhere near going to be worth spending 13 grand plus when I can probably buy it all in America. For
For
quarter of the price.
That's if I like the stamps with the coins as well.
Yeah.
with the coins, them.
Like that looks very sharp.
Yeah, I got these coins too to look through for a friend of mine as well. I got this whole bag here. This whole bag of coins right here.
Oh, I'm envious. That's a lot of fun to do.
Oh yeah. And like I said, he got more. So like I said, this guy has he's been collecting for so long. He has 4 safes in his store. So he has at least 4 safes and just nothing but coins and jewelry, all of them. So he gave me most of his foreign coins to at least, because he cataloged all his American ones, but for his foreign ones, I'm cataloging them all for him. And honestly, Skipper and Dale, I've been learning a lot. There are some coins I've never seen before. I mean, like this one, I've never seen this. I'm not sure what this is. Let me pull this out real quick. I haven't seen that coin. I saw this coin.
I mean, it's not about trade. If I've got some extra ones, I'll send them over to you there, Gypsy Wolves. Not a problem.
Okay, this is a French Moroccan coin. Okay, I wasn't sure. Because I saw 1 franc, and then I saw some Arabic writing in it, and I was like, okay, this is a French Moroccan.
And they also use a different calendar as well. So
yeah, they do.
I can't remember what the calendar is.
Don't they use the Arabic calendar?
Yeah, it is the Arabic.
Yeah, they use the Arabic calendar. I mean, this one. A lot of Moroccan coins, they use both. You use both our calendar.
There's some coins out there that's really ancient. It's got the Star of David in it, but they're really, it's like 1987 because I got a few of them. They look like they're Sanskrit coins, but they're not.
Let me find my Moroccan coin. I have a Moroccan coin in there somewhere.
Did the U.S. have a 3-cent coin that had a Mogan David on it?
Had a what date on it? On a 3-cent coin?
It's the Israeli star. It's called the Mogan David. Pretty sure
I think it did.
The old 3-cent had that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I just had a stupid idea and thought, as a content creator, I thought I've seen Patreon and Discord things like, but I've never seen a Bullion OnlyFans.
Bullion OnlyFans?
Do you know what OnlyFans is?
Oh, yep, I know. I already know what it is.
I have no clue, so
I think it's good. Okay. I think it's good that you don't know.
Skipper, I think you should set up an OnlyFans account. A Bullion. Call yourself Bullion Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just make an OnlyFans for coins.
Someone will
That would be great. See, that one I would definitely pay.
I was right. It's a 3-cent train.
Okay, sweet.
All
right.
Okay, this one I'll definitely keep. This is an Indian.
I keep saying that, don't I?
This is an Indian coin. Probably from when the partition happened. But I think this is silver too. I'm not too sure.
What? A silver Indian?
I think so. Yeah. I have to look it up myself, but
there you go. Skipper,
it looks so by the looks of it.
Wait a minute. What?
You got your first customer. You got Gypsy Wolves. Gypsy Wolves will pay.
Well, it is Indian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go to the right a bit.
Looking at those coins with that window in your background's like having cataracts.
Yeah, I know. It's like I don't have coins for them.
Is that an Indian coin? Did you say? Is that a Bengal tiger?
Yeah, it's a Bengal tiger. It's a half rupee. And,
Oh, yeah.
it has King George VI on it too, as well on the
That
back.
maybe-
Which is probably it's from. It's from. I guess when it was minted when it was still part of Britain, but this is probably, obviously.
I think it might be minted in Calcutta Mint.
Let me look at the mint. I'm it's the diamond. Is the diamond shaped Calcutta? I don't remember on top of my head.
I think Australia minted some Indian coins, and so did Canada.
Yeah, I know Australia did. Yeah.
I know, obviously, London Mint. What year is it?
47.
Do you know, it could be Tower Mint, London, Tower Hill, London, I should say.
It's a diamond shape. I don't know the
it's,
top of my head, but I'm guessing it's.
Let me just have a look. It's, 19. I don't think I've got the Bengal tiger one.
Yeah. Half rupee. Let's see. Okay,
Right.
it's not.
I've got quite a
Not
few
silver.
Indian coins.
Yeah, but
This is 1874. Yeah, Calcutta Mint. So it could be. Let's have a look at. I've got the mint. Not that one.
let's see.
India. 1874.
Yeah, it's not silver. It looks good though. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Actually,
Well, I got a 1946 here.
it's Bombay. It's a Bombay.
Oh,
mint.
Bombay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you got Mumbai Mint, India.
Yeah, I know Mumbai. They have a mint there too, as well. Yeah, he got some others,
I found my trine.
and not just that. Oh, what is that?
That's that one. That's the trine. But this one is so bad, you can't even see the Mogan David in the back.
Morgan David. Yeah.
It's like really bad. But it's the only one I have.
Yeah, this is silver too. Yeah, he has some silver in here. I mean, most of the previous one I looked at, he had a lot of silver coins in there too. And this time with this bag, I'm gonna separate which is silver, which is not. And he had a lot of Canadian coins in there, Skipper. He even had a 1908 Newfoundland. I forgot what was the denomination for it.
Let's search for it. Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
Yeah. You had a Newfoundland here.
1912. I got.
You got
1912 is my coin. Newfoundland. 20 cents. Mine is that is 925 silver. That one.
that one? Yeah. All right.
Um,
You know what? I should have bought it from him because that one's such a good shape too.
that was minted in the Royal Mint, Tower Hill, and it was only 350,000 of those coins made.
Yeah, they're very low mintage. Yeah, you got a Hong Kong coin here, so I'm gonna have a fun time looking through these.
You're in Hong Kong.
Yeah, he had a Hong Kong coin in here.
Do you know the date?
That one is 79. It's $1. That's
Okay, it's recent and
that's recent. Yeah.
Yeah, I
There
got. Is that a $2?
The one I have
$1.
here? Oh, what?
Yeah.
The Hong Kong one or?
Yeah, the Hong Kong 1979.
That was
Is
$1.
$1. I got all the information on there as well. So, that's
Yeah, I know
nickel.
about those.
Do you know who minted it? Who made it?
Was it in London, right? Royal Mint in London?
No, Royal Mint, Lancaster, Wales, United Kingdom.
Wales. Okay, that makes sense though.
Ronald Mackin made it, and the mintage figures for those ones is 104,908,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know, I think the rarest thing I have of the U.S. isn't even a coin. It's actually a bill.
Well, what was the bill?
And it's Jason sent it to me. It's dated February 17th, 1864.
wow.
Oh wow, okay.
And it has Jefferson Davis on it.
It's a Confederate bill.
Confederate bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
would
think
get
we'll
those
get to that
Confederate bills.
And the nice thing about Jason, I know this is real. This is not a duplicate or counterfeit.
Well,
Right.
Jason's knowledge is, well, outstanding.
I mean,
That's
I like it because of the history. I mean, that is so cool. But
Yeah, the history of them.
I love my American bills that was 3 altogether. One's a Black Eagle.
You get some Soviet
A
coins in
horse
there. Yeah.
blanket, a horse blanket, and any
Now,
of the cheap Indian ones. You know, the cheap. I'm not sure which year that is, but I've seen they're really expensive. You're talking probably around like $600 for a decent one.
yeah,
I wouldn't mind grabbing some Confederate money at some point, but again, that's
I
out
would
of my
love to get some
range.
Confederate money. It's-
Um,
that's a good thing. I want to have because of the history, you know.
Exactly. It's a nice. It's to me like it's a talking point. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
What I like about I come up with a coin soon. It's a talking video, and there's so much history with it. It's only 6 years when the plague was around. Oh, sorry, the Great Fire of London. It's a real coin.
right.
It's my King
Yeah.
Charles II coin. I had it really cheap. It may have been a muglarking find or a metal detecting find. But
Right.
these coins can be really, really expensive, the King Charles coins. But I got mine dirt cheap, right? Dirt cheap because it's so worn.
Right.
But the history is still there. You know, the history is still there. So, and that has seen everything in the last 350 years. So,
Right.
and that's what I love about. That's why I like. I don't mind showing used coins because it shows it's got a story.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I like having proved coins. I like having proved sets. But the last person to touch was the person to put them in the set.
Right.
So yeah, they still got a story, but they just sat there, you know. But a used coin, you don't know whether it's spent for, what it's bought for, why it was bought for. You know, there you go. Look at that, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
That's a Hawaiian overprint, and that commemorates for me. That commemorates my 2 distant cousins that are in the bowels of that ship, the USS Arizona. Yes, this Canadian has actually got relatives in the Arizona.
So how do they? So how do they, like? Did they lived in the U.S. and everything, and they just were in Arizona? I want to hear the lore of this. Like, what's the story?
You know, the truth be known that many people immigrated back and forth between Canada and the U.S. And
Okay.
in my family's case, a lot of them went down into the States, especially into California. Some of them went into Ohio, Michigan. So they're all over the place. I got family down in Phoenix, Arizona. If I want to go visit them, we're the poor Canadian cousins, but I keep in touch with them down there.
Right.
You know, but it's surprising. 26,000 Canadians died in Vietnam fighting as American soldiers.
As volunteers, or like?
Yeah, they actually, during the Vietnam War, when everybody else was dodging the draft, the Canadians were taken in and they all joined up and they went.
Oh yeah, I remember Greg. So one of my friends, his name is Greg. I told you him about him. He's from Canada.
Right.
He's like the next part. He's like literally the next province over you.
Yeah.
Literally. He was telling me how his dad, like, yes, his dad is that old, and he's my age. His dad wanted to go to he wanted to go to Vietnam because he thought it was an adventure, but when he heard about it, what it really is, and then it was like, oh, okay, and like I ain't going over that place. So like he wanted to volunteer, even though he's in Canada, he wanted to volunteer to Vietnam.
My
So,
my uncle, it'd be my mum's side.
Yeah.
He lived in Australia for years. He came to England, and then he went back to Australia. He'd done it twice, and he was in the Vietnam War. He was a helicopter gunner. But when he moved, the last time he went back to Australia, he's talking. This guy is passed on now. And he had his service medal. He gave me his service medal,
Mhm.
and I passed it on to my son. And on his 16th birthday, which I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but I know he's still got it because I asked him. But I wanted his pictures of him because it's from him, where he
Right.
out of the side of his chopper, like,
Right.
But he wanted to take them with him, so that's fair enough. I've only met the guy twice in my life, but I didn't know until later on that he was actually in the war. And then my other uncle Ray, from my mum's side as well, he was in the Korean War, and my dad's brothers were in the Second World War, and my nan's father, which I just recently found out, was in the Boer War.
Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah, I think you were mentioning about that.
Which I thought was, I didn't know this until recently. So apart from my uncle Roy, is obviously in the because we had to move, you see, so we had to move in stuff to storage, and then it got shipped over to Australia.
I'm kind of glad that I'm the generation I am, because I got to meet individuals dating back to in the case of the Boer War. Remembrance Day parade, there were 4 of the guys in wheelchairs next to me. They were Boer War veterans.
Wow.
The World War I veterans were still young and healthy. They were like only in their 50 years old or so, 60, when we first did on the parades. And there was hundreds. They're younger than I am now. World War II.
Yeah.
I got
it's.
I mean, I'll probably be one of those guys too. If I think about it, probably get to your age, Skipper, and I'm going to be like, yes, I met a person from the 1920s. I can tell you my experience. I grew up with a guy that was raised in the 1920s.
My dad was born in 1928.
So was mine.
Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? Look at the age. Well, my eldest brother's 10 years older than me.
Yeah, you're a youngie.
Yeah, and my father was born 1928. My mum was born. Actually, this is interesting. My mum was born on the 7th of December, 1940.
Yeah, my
what day is that?
I idolized was born in 1907.
Well, that's the same year, same time as Pearl Harbor.
What, 41?
40?
No, 41.
Oh, was it 40? Oh, yeah, before. Sorry, yeah, before. So yeah, she was obviously 365 days, a year older than Pearl Harbor. So
right.
Which is kind of crazy. So and going throughout the war, she had the Mickey Mouse face mask, the breathing apparatus.
The gas mask.
Gas mask, that's it.
And
they were the craziest things on earth.
My mum and my Uncle Kenny.
I remember back, guys.
Yeah.
Where my grandfather didn't go to war because he was a farmer, and obviously being a farmer's wife, obviously when the Italians changed sides, so to speak, there was a POW camp where right on my granddad's land, and he knitted or made these little booties for my mum when she was a little baby, and my uncle Kenny, and we still got them today.
Oh wow.
My sister, I won't be able to get them. My sister's got them, but yeah, they look like little woven little baskets, but they're actually booties. They actually goes on she actually worn them, and that's from a Italian POW. So it's strange how things work out and things happen. And I wish I can get, if I can get hold of them, I will show you them. I tell you, they are amazing. But my nan's house was kind of strange. She always had this one room that nobody was allowed to go into. Okay, not even my gramp. And it was like a time capsule, because when my nan and gramp passed away, obviously we had to empty the house. I was 13 when my gramp died, and I think I was 16 when my nan died. And we went up to the house to empty it. We opened the door. It's the first time I've seen this, and this place had bone china, war stuff, relics, and everything. I suppose everybody had a nan and grandma. It was always a front room that no kid was allowed in. You know what I mean? Toy guns that my brother had. He had, and then left them in there. And of course, he wasn't allowed back in there, so it stuck. Little cowboy guns, little cap guns, and stuff like that. He hadn't seen for like 30 years. So little miniatures of everything, little teapots and glass stuff. But these booties was the one that my mum was talking about. Says that's my booties there, and that's my uncle, your Uncle Kenny's.
Oh, that's cool.
They look like little. I mean, they didn't look very comfortable, but they were aged. You know what I mean? So
see that transcends collectibles to keepsakes. Those are that are, family things that have historical significance. That's cool.
If I could get them, I will show you them. But I don't think my sister will ever let them out the cupboard, because it's in the original cabinet when we moved when we moved out of all the stuff out of Nan's house down. We just scattered it all over the place. My sister kept this glass cabinet with all these bits and bobs in it.
Well, I still have my set of fox putties from the days when I used to wear battle dress, which would be like the World War II battle dress style.
That's the wraps, isn't it? The boot wraps.
And I still have mine. My kids can fight over it.
My brother said to me, he gave me a strange question the other day. He goes, "Who's going to have your collection then?" And I goes, "Well, it's going to go between 4 people, isn't it?" I goes, "Brandon, Zoe, Lauren, and Lee." So what questions do I ask? You know what I mean? When you clog it. Cheers, bro.
I love it when they line up waiting for you to pop your clogs.
I know. It's like, okay. Yes, how much is your collection worth? I goes, a couple of quid.
I got that from.
I mean, for me, if
when I paid for the freaking the furnace and the hot water tank to replace, she says, "How much do you got down there?" So, you'll know after I'm gone.
See, you live in a treasure trove.
You live in a treasure trove.
Yes. Do you know the Goonies? Yeah, he's on a pirate ship and he's got that treasure around him.
Oh, I've got the treasure chest.
One-eyed Willie. One-eyed Willie.
Do you have any idea what you just said?
Yeah, well, I Willie from Goonies.
Oh, good grief! Not my books. It's not.
That's the pirate's name, isn't it? History Man. Well, I Willie.
No,
from Goonies.
that's what the old pirates used to say to the women of the night when they used to go, I'm bringing out One-Eyed Willie to come see
John. Pat John. So that's what I reckon you should set up as a ship and have all these treasure chests with all your silver and coins and sit there going, oh. See, Zoe thinks I'm Scrooge because I got all these coins, right? And she goes, because she looked at my £2. She got one of my £2 coin books the other day. And she goes, what you got in there? I goes, wow, it's £2, right? I go, it's 10 pages, 120 quid. I go, the average coin is worth around about, say, £6.
Yeah, I don't see that. They see
yeah,
they see £2. Because you've got all kinds of money. I said, look, I'm a numismatist. I have lots of money, but I'm broke.
Yeah. that seems about right. Seems about very accurate.
I said to my brother's trying to get. I said, you do realise coin collecting is a poor man's hobby.
It's a poor man's hobby. It is.
Or the time she went out and she ran out of cigarettes, and I left my bloody case open, and she got into my collection, went and bought her cigarettes, and it cost $300 to replace the bloody coins she took.
I almost spit out my water when you said that.
Yeah, that's why I've got a lock on that door, lock on that thing,
and just lock it.
I go out of the house, it all gets locked up.
Yeah, like a lot of people think it's like, oh, Troy, you're rich or whatnot, and it's like, no,
no,
I'm not.
It's I mean, and it depends too on how long you've been collecting and the type of things.
I've been collecting for since I was 8 when it comes to this type of stuff, and I'm still not I don't even live in my own house. Okay, so
yeah.
No,
I have friends that literally are millionaires when it comes to their collection. But the thing is, we know where we stand when it comes to how we collect and what we can afford.
Well, we can afford. That's another one thing.
Coming back onto YouTube this time round has been amazing because last time the experience wasn't the same. But this time, I met tons of amazing people, and I'm quite open with what I collect. Before I couldn't do that. You couldn't do that, but this time around, and this is why I learn off with everybody, and hopefully you get. I can give you some advice as well, and we all have this bond where there's no race. There's no race in collection. There's no I got a better collection than you have or whatever. I don't believe that way. And one rule that I always tell people: never ever get more than you can possibly afford. And don't exert yourself more than you have to, because it's not a race. It's about having fun.
It's just having fun, really. Because it's how I like to collect is basically
Indy 500.
It makes me learn because I like to travel, so it's but sadly I can't. So I decided to collect as many notes, collect as many coins as I could. I don't care if they're modern. I don't care if they're older. But
I like the older stuff. I
also like the older stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but it's even if I had a modern coin for let's say from a different country, then that's pretty cool too.
Well, I started working back. Well, I started with the newer stuff, and I worked my way backwards.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I have fun. I mean, I I see people with amazing collections. I've seen people doing amazing silver and gold and platinum collections. I've seen people just general collecting, just doing banknotes, just doing stamps. Even with your records.
Yeah.
And I find it fascinating. I find it that fascinating that we are all doing the same thing. We all have the same goal, no matter what you collect. Or stuff, because you work hard for your money and you go out and get what you need to get, and then you've earned it. You know what I mean?
You want to treat yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I said to Zoe, I said, like, I'm not a drunk. I don't drink. I don't go out, on a Friday night and weigh everything up against the wall. And, long as all the bills are paid,
Right.
And we give ourselves a little bit of a budget each month, and then we say, right, I'm allowed to spend this much. She spends that much, or whatever she wants to do. And she goes, "What do you want for your birthday?" I say, "Coins."
Wow. Hello, Polar Bear fan! Polar Bear here!
I told you, Cindy, didn't I?
Sorry, I'm trying to use my indoor voice. But I want to show you this Harbor Freight version of a Pelican case and what we put in it.
All righty.
Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. See?
Oh, you got some watches.
People collect those. Those are nice.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Now this one, King Karen Goldfield, has a message from the man to his son, dated 1918, 105 years old.
Wow.
Now this pocket watch is about from 1930, so it's only about 93 years old. But again, King Karen Goldfield, beautiful. Haven't gotten the back open yet, so I don't know if there's message in there. The next two are modern. Everybody's favorite mouse.
I know. One of my favorite watches too.
Oh man.
Hey, that pocket watch that's Mickey Mouse to me. Got to be careful of that one.
Gosh, I thought that was a bit goofy myself.
This one winds up manually. But you can see the gears in there. That's really, really cool. That's why we bought it.
It is cool.
A lot of transparency on that one.
It's surprising how many watches are sold at coin shows.
Oh,
Boy, you know that.
Oh yeah, they actually
yeah.
every year we have at least 2 or 3 tables of nothing but different types of watches.
I need to get to a coin show.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so maybe there'll be some this summer.
Polar Bear's got a nice outfit.
Oh yeah, I'm just up for the Indianapolis 500 during May.
Polar Bear, thank you for the gherkin. That was really an experience.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it, neither did I. I ignored Elon's conservative for a month after she gave me that. Tastes like vinegar.
Tastes like a bad cheeseburger.
Does not sound appetizing whatsoever.
Oh man.
Well, I think Elon's conservative bought it at a liquor store, which may explain why it was so awful.
You know what? I really enjoyed the Smarties. They were really good, and the bottle caps. They were tasty.
Did you feel more intelligent after you ate all those Smarties?
Not really.
No.
I had a sugar rush. I'll tell you that.
Actually, I think your fizzies are better than Smarties, and Smarties are really, 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 really good.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a box of goodies and Skipper.
Oh, that's just what I need. I won't be able to fit.
Yummy!
Look at these.
Yep.
Yum, 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 yum.
You've eaten it. Is yours still classed as Raiders or Twix in the United States?
We have Twix
Say that
here.
again, please.
In America, they used to be called Raiders, didn't they? Or Twixes.
I never remember the name Raiders, but yeah, Twix have been around for at least 40 years, if not 50.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I thought it was later than that.
Okay. So speaking of pocket watches, I got one, but this is this is for family. So basically, this Elgin right here with the gold chain right here is from 1917, and this was a wedding gift for my my grandpa's second wife's father, and it's from 1917, and that's when they got married. So, and I have the their marriage certificate. It's framed and everything, but it's written in Hebrew. So they were Jewish. So, and I have this watch. So it's it. I put it in the family capsule. I call it. It's in a briefcase.
That's quite a collectible.
Yeah. I just hope.
Yeah, my nephew actually has his great grandfather's pocket watch.
Oh, that's neat. That's pretty neat. Yeah.
I only have a few coins of my father and my mother. That's it. I don't have anything else.
Anything else?
The only watch my have when I stick
Yeah.
it around in the backyard and put a couple rocks around so they could look at the sundial.
You like old travel brochures. I got some older ones here too. But these are when my grandpa. These are from like the 70s. So like because my grandpa went to Portugal in 1972, I believe, and then my grandpa went to Japan in '69. So I have these travel brochures, and I saw them at his bookshelf. So I decided to keep them because these were linked to him because one, it's in his bookshelf, and he went to Portugal. I still have like pictures from at the time he went there, and so I decided to keep them. You know, Lanzarote.
Story.
You know, he went there too. I even have the match. I don't know where it is, but I have to find it. I have the matches of the hotel that he went in Lanzarote there.
Very cool.
Here, another Portugal brochure, and this is Japan. Some of the stuff did get damaged during the flood because there was a flood in my room.
Right.
So, some of the stuff did get damaged, but these are all the travel brochures that he went. I thought like, yeah, this has to be Grandpa's because this is the place where he went. So I decided to keep them because I thought it was important. So I decided to keep these travel brochures.
Well, that's a memory, isn't it? So it's worth keeping. I mean,
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I put it in the family time capsule in here.
do you know exactly where he went in Portugal?
He went
Lisbon or Porto or
which in Portugal or
Yeah.
in Japan? So in Portugal he went to Lisbon,
yeah.
Porto, and the I think he went to the Canary Islands as well.
Mm.
I think
See that could be like a goal for you. Like you can go and travel his footsteps, maybe.
I mean, that's why I have the camera for. I have his cameras that he took pictures. I still have his. If you go to my YouTube channel, I have his pictures where he went. I haven't scanned them all. I'm still scanning them to this day. He has a lot of pictures because he traveled all over the world. But I have his cameras that he went there to. He went to those places, and I have two. It was a Nikon, and it was a Minolta. The Minolta, however, the Minolta is in storage, but I have the Nikon with me, and I think both of them work. So that's good.
Do you know what would be a really good video for you or memory is a then and now picture? Like trying.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I would love to do it then and now. If I find the exact places that he'd been to, I would love to do that 100%.
That would be. Oh man, I would love that video. I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Nostalgia and that sort of thing. So, I mean, some of the places that people done. I'm not a genius when it comes to that sort of, editing. And when people do that, it's just beyond how they get the movement, with the, especially going back. But that would be if I had something like that, that's something I would probably love to do, if I had pictures from my grandparents or anywhere like that, but yeah, I hope you do it one day. I really do. I hope you do get to do that.
I hope so too. I hope that can be a dream for me to do because I would like to do that. And plus, I like to travel, like I said earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it gives a sense of purpose.
Trying to find the camera here, if I could find it.
I bet Super 18's got stuff like that. I bet they've got stuff in there, going. I bet I like Skipper's his travel like he's done in the services. I bet he would love to go back and look now what it was like then to now.
Oh yeah. Like my family was like when my grandpa passed away, my family was like throwing stuff out left and right.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I tried to save as much as I could. That I think it was just worth it for keep to pass down. So even just this itself, like a couple of weeks ago, I found so I was going upstairs and I saw a garbage bag in the middle of the living room. So I'm like, what the hell is that? So I opened up the bag and there was some stuff that I think that some personal stuff that I think that my grandma shouldn't throw out just for herself. But I opened it and I saw some good memories of my grandpa's house, and this was one of them. Just this thing right here.
Yeah.
This was the braid. This was the blinds. So like if you walk up to the front of the house and you make a right, my grandpa has It has a huge window on the dining room, and those are the blinds where you open up and close. And these are the blinds for it. At least part of it. Yeah.
So it's like a French door sort of thing. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you've done a time capsule.
I made a time capsule basically, and I remember this because if you go to the house now, it's not there anymore. So I took a picture of this memory of this one big piece of memory of my grandpa's house, just right here.
Awesome.
And and go ahead.
When it's good to do the physical time capsule, but you might consider getting onto a site like Ancestry.com. Mm-hmm. They actually have it set up so you can go to your grandfather's picture. You can do a whole range of every picture that you've got of him, upload it all, and actually has an area where you can put the story of him. And you can actually have that so that in future generations, it's there for your family to go online And
Go
actually,
online and do it. That sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
very.
it's a massive family tree.
Yeah.
That's how I know. Whoops. That, yeah.
Oh, it's a nightly attack. Hold on.
Yeah, my sister. That's what my sister done. As I found out about all this information, because my sister done it. My sister done, and I can't remember who else helped her, but done a massive family tree of our family, because we got a big family, big family. Tanny, you take care, brother, and.
There we go.
EDC, do you have stuff like that where you can like to look through and because when you look at photographs, that's through someone's eyes. You know what I mean? That's that's what they were looking at that particular moment.
Here's one. This got damaged during the flood too. Oh, who's that?
That's me. That's me morphing from my younger self to older self.
That's you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, wow.
That's
That's wow.
See how bad you end up.
I mean, you get older. This got damaged from the flood too, but sadly. Now I probably think this is just a piece of paper, but this is not only a piece of paper, but this is just a paper of just a writing paper from my grandpa's shop, basically. And he designed it himself. Right there. Fred Tepperman Custom Woodworking. He was a woodworker.
Oh, very
so,
So lead-headed paper. So, and that's his own design. So he'll never get it again. So
yeah,
I mean that in itself is priceless, because that's a piece of art there that nobody will ever be able to do again, because it's copyrighted already.
right.
Oh man, I wish I kept my mum's photographs, my dad's photographs, and because I don't know what happened to it all. I mean, it's difficult to explain what happened, but I would love to go back to some of the photographs I got, which I went to, and go, I don't probably think I would, because I didn't know the streets in America. I didn't know what the name of the streets were.
Right.
Right.
But looking at the state, because there's one photograph I do have. It's over my sister's actually, and what it is, I was just driving on the road, looking at all, the scenery and everything, because obviously I've been there only a few days, and the third time I got lost, so I had to go and find a different way back to get back to my brother's house. So I dropped off at work. So there. The first day was okay. The second day was okay. The third day I got lost for some reason. I went the wrong way, down the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
And I was driving around to go and do a loop to come back onto the freeway again. And I saw this massive horse statue, and it was literally outside the front door. It was like 3/4 of the way up the yard, but it was a huge stallion thing, right? But it went up to the roof of the house. It's a huge thing. And so I stopped, knocked on the door, and said that I'm not from here. I'm from England, and I said I've never seen anything like this in a garden. This is like it looked like a top of a fountain. You know what I mean? And I said, is it okay because I want to be polite, and I said, can I take a photograph of your horse statue? I think it's absolutely amazing. We don't have anything like that where I live. And he let me, you know what I mean? But, you couldn't pay me enough to find that street again. Do you know what I mean? If you betted me £1 million, I couldn't get there again.
Right.
But it was unusual for me anyway. It's probably, second nature where they are down in Texas at the time. But this horse was massive. I can't, you know, I mean, it must have been at least a good 25 feet tall, this thing. So it was a huge thing. And crikey, they've had to build it on site. I can't tell how big, because to me it was just fascinating, you know. So that's why I knocked on the door and I asked. I didn't want to take a photograph, you know what I mean, and be disrespectful. And if they said no, I said okay then. But had a bit of a chat for about 10-15 minutes. It was pretty cool. But if I had that photograph, I would love to go back there again and see if it's still there, you know.
Right.
Yeah. If you're anything like me, I'm constantly looking for old photographs of family members and whatnot to try to enhance and improve. You know, like you take them to a proper photo outfit to get them repaired, and they're miracle work.
If you have Skipper, if you have slides, you can do them yourself.
I could, but you know what? I found such good services out there.
Mhm.
I've actually managed to do one for my mother, and one for my actually my all my aunts and my grandmother, and one for my daughter. I had one picture that I wanted to keep. That was Jennifer. I lost her 13 years ago. So I've got what I do with these pictures. I get similar frames, and I always put a brass plaque underneath showing when they were here, you know, and their names. Right. And that way, when I'm gone, they can be passed on, and people. It's not just a picture of unknown people.
Of unknown people, yeah.
I like that, and even putting a little note in the back, or you know, like just writing down, you know, well, this is your Grandma Vio or whatever.
Yeah.
And, they know who they are.
Yeah, I have to start writing them down.
Yeah.
Like this one right here. I'm guessing this picture was taken in, because my grandpa came in my town that I live in right now. He came here in 1964, because before that he lived in Queens, in New York. So he came here in 64 after when he got divorced from his first wife, sadly. So he came here in 1964, and then he met a woman named Tobia, but people call her Toby. And I don't know how they met, because my grandpa never explained it, but they got married somewhere around 65. So I'm guessing this picture was taken in 1965. And this is them together in this picture here.
Oh, well, let me just bring that up so I can see it better here.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Gotta love the hats back then, eh? The women and their hats.
They knew how to dress back then, didn't they?
They even used to dress up. I remember my mother dressing up with a skirt on, making dinner.
Right?
Yeah, my mum did as well. My mum, even though my mum was like a young mum. She was like, you know, she's older, but she was like, well, she had a comedian sense about her, and
that explains.
She always made like, oh yeah, my mum was nuts. My mum was like a child. She would go off. She'd get one of her friends and go off somewhere, and then call me up and said, "I'm lost." I said, "Where are you?" She goes, "I don't know." And she goes, "Well, what can you see outside your car window?" She goes, "Green stuff."
See, in this picture here, right? This is Tobia, so the woman that you saw in the white dress.
Yeah.
That's Tobia with.
Bring that window so I can see it. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
This is Tobia and her mother. So this is Tobia, the child, when she was 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her mother on the right, and they're from the same town. So this picture was taken in 1923 or 24.
Wow, look at that! See,
and that's the oldest. That's the oldest picture I have of. Of my grandpa's people that he was married or relatives in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that lady there, all the history she was seen previous.
Oh yeah, I went to her grave. I went to her gravestone. Yesterday I went to their gravestones yesterday, because they're buried at a Jewish cemetery in Staten Island. So if you go across the Bayonne Bridge, and it's the northern top, it's the most northern part of Staten Island. So like around the Port Richmond area, you can find there's a Jewish cemetery not too far from the bridge when you walk, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you can walk through it. If you go to the I think section R, I think that's what it's called. There's all the Jewish people that are buried in that died in Bayonne, but they're buried there.
Yeah, they're all in one section, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in that section. I document them, all of them, and found the grave, that site.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I never know when Sarah was born. Her name was Sarah, by the way. That's Tobia's mother. I did not know when Sarah was born or when she passed away. I did not know until I finally found her gravestone, because my grandpa never told me where Tobia was buried, because I was curious when he was alive. He never told me. But now I knew where her parents were born and they passed away. I straightly went to the library. I looked for censuses. I looked for telephone books where they worked at, and I printed and documented so much information, Skipper. It was amazing. I just learned like new information. I was in the library
I haven't
for
heard
3 or 4 hours. It was amazing.
when you did your research and you visited the grave. Did you upload the GPS?
Like how to get there?
Yeah. If you do find a grave,
Uh-huh.
and upload your relative's GPS, and that way anybody in the future, if they want to find her, it'll tell them exactly where her gravesite is.
Exactly where the gravesite is?
Yeah.
This photograph is my family, yeah?
Yeah.
But I don't know, because it's no history of who these are, but I think this is my what did my sister say? Now this is in America.
Okay. All right.
I don't know who the little girl is. Because there's no information. I think that these are my father's side. So I think that's my dad's dad. So that's my
So your
great grandfather.
grandfather.
Right. I think, I'm not sure, because on the back it says Fred and Louise on their wedding day. That's it. But these two here, right, are my father's father. So that's his dad. This is way old. This is now this is in
It looks
Chicago.
40s and 50s. Where?
Yeah, this is in Chicago.
Okay.
So it looks like a newer photograph, but obviously it's not. You know, it's torn to bits. Let's see. So I don't even know what their names are. So my sister found this out, that could be my great grandfather.
Okay.
But that's in Chicago, so I have American ancestry, if that makes sense. And that there is, and she's got, looks like some kind of gun on the back of her there.
Right.
But that's my nan's mum, but she's got a weapon on the back. So I don't know if that's in the Second World War. I don't know, but
okay. Let me see the weapon again.
Oh, it's not very clear.
Yeah, it's not very clear. I can't see.
It's not very clear. Like, it just goes down. You can see the back of the. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It might be a Lee Enfield to me, but and then that is my nan.
Okay.
That's just not long before she passed. So.
Right. Now, did your family? Now, I have a question, Dale. Did your family went to? They went to America first, then Britain. Did they immigrate from Britain to America and then back to America to Britain?
My mum's, as I said, my mum's earlier. My mum's family.
Yeah.
The only person I knew was my nan and my gramp. that's I didn't because I'm the youngest, so I'm youngest of 5. So I didn't know my dad's brothers or sisters until later in life. I met my Auntie Mary first time. She died when she was 105. But I met her when I met her when I was 13. And that was in, and she spoke about my granddad. She thought I didn't know him at all, but until not, as I said, not no more than 6 months ago, maybe I found out about this information. So, and I believe it's my great grandfather's. I don't know. Did I say his brother went to the Boer War? So it must have been. You know, it's quite an old photograph, that one. There is information about it. All it says, it's really, really, really faded words, but it says Chicago at the back.
Right.
So I know that's definitely an American photograph, and I believe when in the war, I'm not sure if that's First World War, maybe. I think when he came over to here to fight or do whatever he did, he might have took I don't know, whoever it is in the photograph back to America when they got married here. But they got married here, but went back to the other lady. Or I don't know who's who, so there's no information. So it just says on their wedding day, and all it says on it, it's definitely New York. That's the only information I have, and it's an enhanced photograph that was black and white. You see. So it was the actual original photograph was black and white, but it's been enhanced as color. That's why it looks newer.
Right.
And that got redeveloped. My sister got that redeveloped in town in the photo place.
Right.
But it's torn to bits.
Yeah, I got some film.
There's not enough information. My sister's got all the information. I mean, I really speak to my family, so it's very difficult. It's all muddled to me.
Yeah.
And so my mum's brothers went to war. My dad's brothers went to war. I think there's a lot of history and military history in my dad's side because my grand was a farmer. And that's how we got. As I said, that's how my mum and her brother, because she's got lots of family, but at the time, obviously, my mum and brothers are the little ones, you know.
Right.
And that's how the Italian POW made these little booties for my mum and her brother.
That's interesting in itself. I'm gonna have to cap a time on this because we're way over. But you know what? I want to do more of this. They're talking about family history, like we all love history,
right?
And what touches us closest is when we start talking family. I mean, family history can be extreme. I mean, come on. I told you about my distant cousins. I also had a family member that was third class on the Titanic. He fell out of the gene pool, by the way.
Wow. Okay.
I had a family member. My 5th great grandfather was Captain Edward Zeeland, who sailed with Admiral Nelson.
Wow.
I mean, when you look at family histories, can be really dynamic.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be if they're walking with historical figures, but what they do throughout life
shapes it, doesn't it?
Should be remembered, should be carried on if we can.
Yeah, exactly. It should be. I just wish it was a bit more of the blinking photo rather than just a doorway, because it doesn't really give you much information.
So I honestly think that we should do a session online where we not only, like, we can bring up a coin and say, yeah, this is what happened with one of my relatives back in that year. That's fine. But we can talk about historical things that have happened with our families, do a little research, and share it with everybody.
I would love that. I think that would be a good idea. Might have to
I
like look at the date because I got a lot of things to show you guys.
Yeah, I-
with this topic.
I mean, you probably don't know who Joe Davis is, do you?
You know, I know a lot of Davis. I got a Davis in my family.
Okay, Joe Davis is a world champion, and his brother Fred Davis. They dominated the snooker world championships for years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. Well, I played on Joe Davis's personal table, and one of the prizes that was done was my dad won a major championship in snooker, and he won a actual Joe Davis cue he played with and won the world championships.
Do you still
And
have?
it was in a blue case. It was in a blue because my dad had a massive trophy room,
Yeah.
and it was on a blue case on the mantelpiece with in protection, and it was open. Okay, and it had Joe Davis's signature going down it, and it was authentic, COA and everything. And when my dad died, and obviously everything was kept, but when Mum died, everything was gone in one night. That's why I don't have much. That's why I only have these few coins.
So members of your family somewhere have got snatched that up.
Just probably came in, snatched all of it up.
Everything. They took. We went in there with a full. Me and my sister went in there with a full house to go and sort everything out, and the whole place was gone.
That's tough.
That is sad here.
That
That was done overnight. That was done overnight.
Yeah. My goodness. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call her quits for tonight.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. EAC was out, and of course, Polar Bear, and of course, History Man, and Point UK was great. Silver Tanny was out. Mayor Videos. My goodness, all these great people that come visit. Tupac was out. Grey Wolves. Just if I missed anybody, yeah.
But yeah, amazing people. The Austrian Stacker and
Yes.
Christopher Ty, Kinnaman, all the usual suspects. EAC, it's nice to see EAC up because she's got amazing history as well. When we've done history of coins, of course, Marlin was here. And you know, it's just a nice to have a relaxing live stream.
It was. Also, when are you up next?
I'm up Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
9 p.m. GMT time, London time.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard or Daylight, whatever.
Okay. On your channel, right? Yeah.
On Dale's.
Okay.
I will try to be there. I'm not sure yet. I'll after we drop off here, I'll go over my schedule.
Yeah, I don't know. When you live stream, do you gain hours when you do live streams there, Skipper? Because we don't. So
I believe we do.
we don't gain hours for live streams. So over here for some reason. So if you're not going to be here, then it's really no point me streaming. Because
I'll tell you what, we'll drop off here. I'll take a quick look and see what my timings are.
It won't come up till 3 days. So 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. So everybody that's out there, see you later. We're saying sayonara.
You still on for a minute, I guess.
I am.
Okay.
I'll see you.